Okay, alright. Let's make a... Oh my god, it's been 3 weeks. I haven't made anything since the music video. I gotta make something right now. Okay. Hey, wait, whoa, what's going on here? Who are you? No one. Is that my camera? Yeah, I'm making a video. Well, stop. Okay. Are those my sunglasses? Yes. Can I have them back? No. Okay, well, can you leave? Okay. Hi, it's me. Here was something a little different. You probably already know that this is a movie review, and you're probably wondering if I'm qualified to do that sort of thing. I am not. But I do watch movies, and you can't live my life for me, so I'm doing this, and you can't stop me. Today, I just want to talk to you about something that is so obscure. It's just a spin-off of a mediocre popular movie franchise. I, of course, am talking about none other than Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure. Don't laugh, okay? Look, I watched this entire movie, and now you're gonna watch my entire review. If you want. Sorry. Please watch it. I didn't mean to be so demanding. Anyway, this intro has gone on long enough. I'm sure you want to hear about it, and I know I want to talk about it. So let's delve in to Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure. Review by Lipshock. I have always disliked the High School Musical movies, and for a long time, it was kind of hard to explain. But after some thinking, it's surprisingly simple. It's the characters. To me, the most compelling part of any story is the characters. Not only that, but the way they interact. But these movies, these high school musicals, they have the blandest, most uninteresting people as the main characters. In fact, the only thing less interesting than them themselves is the way they interact with each other.
And it's not about my dad. This is about how I feel.
Yeah, I once scored 41 points on a league championship game.
No way.
Yeah, and the same day I invented the space shuttle and microwave popcorn.
Microwave popcorn. Funny.
And on top of this, the two best characters of the franchise are consistently shoved to the background, banished to the shadow realm, and that's not fair. Fortunately though, this masterpiece of storytelling, Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure, finally features these two as main characters. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Sharpay and... That's not Ryan. That's just some guy. What the hell? Did these little movie executive turds actually get someone that kind of looks like Ryan a little bit so that people like me, who hasn't seen High School Musical in years, would think that Ryan was in the movie so that I would care about the movie? What kind of cruel joke is this dude? He doesn't even so much as make an appearance in the movie. He supposedly has an end credits cameo, but I sat through all the credits waiting for that to pop up, and it never did on Disney+. Despicable. Now that we've talked about the elephant in the room, the one character that should be in this movie and yet isn't in this movie, let's actually talk about the characters that are in the movie. Sharpay is actually really good in the movie. She's just as Sharpay as ever. I don't think I have to say anything about that. And they also got, and this is real, Gabe Duncan from Good Luck Charlie to be in the movie as Sharpay's rival. And honestly, it's pretty great. He's actually really good in the movie. These two have a really great character dynamic. I love the way the writer talks, and the director has his moments too. But I just cannot get past this guy. The only reason I can think of that he's in the movie instead of Ryan is because they wanted to give Sharpay a love interest, which she did not need. Literally, this guy's entire purpose, his role in the movie, is to be her, moral compass. Is that not just Ryan from the High School Musical movies? He would be the perfect guy for her tale of redemption, man. Ryan has always been the perfect character foil to Sharpay, and I think that's what made their dynamic so great. I think that's why they've always been so fun to watch. Sharpay has always been this unempathetic, rude person. Meanwhile, Ryan is actually really sweet and cares about other people, and that's why over time he sort of separates himself from Sharpay and develops motivations of his own. Seriously, I know it might seem like this is satire or something, but I honestly believe that this is, without exaggeration, the biggest missed opportunity in cinema history. I'm sorry, Ryan, you deserved better. And honestly, I think I deserve better too. The only other character I feel a need to talk about is the main antagonist. She kinda sucks. So the plot of this movie is Sharpay graduated, just like the ending of High School Musical 3, right? We're picking up where we left off. And now she wants to explore her own ambitions in New York. She's been offered a role in an upcoming Broadway musical, but her dad doesn't think she can do it, so they strike a deal. He will give her a month to figure it out, but if she can't do it, she will fly back home and work for him. So she gets there, right? She gets to New York, she meets this stupid idiot, and she goes to our audition only to realize that they didn't want her, they wanted her dog. So basically the movie is about her learning to have a sense of empathy and just be happy for her dog being in the show she can't be in. And honestly, that's great. That's a good storyline. She's also in this like intense rivalry with Gabe Duncan because he brought his own dog to audition for the same role as her dog, and they can't decide who gets the role. So they're in this fierce rivalry like the whole movie. And honestly, that's pretty great too. However, the most predictable twist villain of all time, Amber Lee Adams, is not so good. I guess she's like this beloved, famous American actress in this universe, and yet she can't tell stage directions from actual lines. So basically her whole deal is that she doesn't like the dogs in the show, and so she wants to get rid of them. But here's the thing. The dogs are like main characters in the musical. You can't just take them out of the show. That doesn't make any sense. They even call out how stupid this plan is in the movie. She's also like not that intimidating at all. All it takes to take her down is for Sharpay to reveal to the world that she secretly hates dogs and then gives her a heartfelt speech. And just like that, the villain is defeated. It almost feels rushed, like the writers couldn't figure out how to properly get rid of her, so they were just like, hey, remember the mics? Let's stick one on her. I don't know, man. I just can't get behind this villain. She's stupid, she's unintimidating, and honestly, I'm not entirely convinced she's even a famous actress in universe. There's also this weird B-plot where the doggies are in love, I guess. But, you know, considering when it was made, it kind of makes sense that they would do that for, you know, a quick gag. And it doesn't really take up that much time in the movie, so I think I'll let it slide. And if you weren't already convinced that the ending is rushed, this is how the movie ends. Sharpay is literally packing her bag. She's about to fly home, and then this guy shows a video of her singing, and she gets Amber's part in the show. And then that's it. That's the end of the movie. So that's the plot of the movie. That's the movie, you know. I'm not a huge fan, personally, but I think I would like it more if Ryan was in the movie. I'm serious. I think his presence as a main character would honestly improve this movie times a million. I mean, really. Now that we've talked about the plot, let's talk about the comedy. This movie is full of laughs. Honestly, I can't keep up. First, Sharpay says this.
Oh, that is not a bed. It's a closet with a tongue.
And these two, they're just a joke machine, dude.
I'm Gil, the director.
And I'm Neil, the underappreciated writer. Does everyone here know how to applaud?
I'm joking, of course. This movie isn't like the worst at comedy, but I also didn't laugh a single time. And even just the attempts at comedy feel few and far between. Honestly, this category sucks almost as much as the movie it's about, so let's just move on, shall we? All that being said, I went into this movie ready to give it a perfect score. And then I found out Ryan wasn't in the movie and I wanted to give it the worst possible score. But that wouldn't really be fair because, again, there are genuinely good things about this movie. The storyline of Sharpay learning to go from the diva we know her as to, you know, this more empathetic person is a good idea. I like the idea. It could have been done better, but for what it is, it's pretty good. Again, I really like these two characters. They aren't much, they're not that important in the movie, but they're just kind of a fun gag, and their presence is nice. And this kid, Gabe Duncan, I'll say it again, he was good in the movie. I liked him in the movie. But all of this just feels like it's buried underneath all the bad about this movie, and I can't get invested. But now that all that's needed to be said has been said, let's assign an arbitrary number to the quality of this movie. All in all, I would say this movie had a lot of potential that was just never fully realized. All that needed to be done for this movie to be good? Replace this guy with Ryan, get a better villain, make a better ending, remove the doggy love story, make these two get married at the end, and boom, it's a perfect movie. Honestly, even if everything about the movie was completely unchanged except for the fact that this guy isn't in the movie and Ryan is, it would be a pretty good movie. But he's not in the movie, and generally it's just not a very good movie. And it was tricky to attribute a score to this because I don't want to say it's worse than the High School Musical movies because I don't like those movies, but at the same time, this movie was pretty underwhelming. In the end, I have to give this movie a 3 out of 13. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but now that I have seen it, I would avoid it if I had to. So, sorry, I really can't recommend this movie to anyone ever. It's just not good for much. Seriously though, I've been wanting to talk about this movie for a while, so I'm glad this is finally out there. This is super weird for me to do, but it's also probably the most fun I've had writing a script in a long time. So if you guys want to see me do something like this again, I'd be happy to. Anyway, now that we're done here, I am pretty tired. I should take a shower, so I'm just gonna leave it to Doug to do the outro. Take it away, buddy. Hi, hello, it's me, Doug. I'm doing the outro. Hi. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay, good? Okay, alright.
Please don't be mean to me in the comments, I have a low self-esteem. Please just compliment me in the comments, don't be rude to me. If you're rude to me in the comments, I will break your yes. Don't be mean to me in the comments, or I'll hunt your family.